Welcome, ladies and gents. Tis the Peace Dealer speaking. And I would like to welcome you to Monthly Peace Report, Virgo Season 2023, The Grand Plot Twist, Part 1. Welcome to one of the most iconic and important Virgo seasons that we as a humanity will ever have. I'm claiming that, and I really truly believe this. This Virgo season will be filled with many twists and turns, and your capability to master the God given talents that you have been blessed with will greatly determine how powerfully you break through coming into this Libra season. Okay. The reason why this is exceptionally important is the nature of Saturn in its opposition during this Virgo season will make or break you, as the culmination of everything you have learned your entire life is crystallizing through conflicts that will require, with full mastery, you express them with the total integrity of everything you believe. It's experiences that test everything that you have believed about life through actually having to experience it, which I love because this is the spiritual slayer arc. People who say, "Oh, I believe in God, I believe in this God, I believe in that God," are going to have the bullet and gun uh, to their head and say, "Hey, if you really believe in this, I'm going to shoot and blast your brains." How many of you will stay convicted to those beliefs upon those circumstances? Would you start thinking, "Oh, well, let me just get away and be smart"? Or do you truly believe in what it is that you practice? This is a testing, just like vehicles get tested, so we can see if you're ready for the eclipse. Of course, anywhere with which you have to re engineer your beliefs will be brought up through an imbalance of your own behavioral patterns, so that just like Virgo does, you can fix them then and there, because you do not want to take this into Libra season with the square to Pluto. You will get axed. That's it. What we want to look at right now is the chart of September 23rd, the final day away from Libra, 29 degrees Virgo. We're going to see that Mercury will have concluded its retrograde. Venus will have concluded its retrograde. Uranus will be retrograding. We want to look at Mars, which, highlighting its opposition to Chiron, is getting ready to go through the North Node portal. This journey of consciousness that we're venturing into is being led at the helm by the god of war. So I don't know what else to let you know that we are being prepared for war than ever. Okay, we've had the retrogrades. The retrogrades in Aries and Gemini are preparing the army. Countries and nations just don't go to war. They have to get resources first. Let's cook. So 2020 and 2021, it was retrograding in Aries, and that's where it was decided, bitch, we going to war. And then it retrograded 2 years later in Gemini last year, and this is where preparations for war were starting to become complete. Re-preparing intel, and now as it's going through Libra and getting ready to go over Pluto again, since the Apocalypse 2020 conjunction, the forces are ready. So where do you stand in here? Because the alignment of your beliefs and philosophies are going to be fully expressed through the social axis, through your social interactions, and through the social events that are going to force your hand. And it is the development of this technique that is putting together all of your God-given talents that will make or break how far it is you go. What we want to look at is, in a year from now, we're going to do this again. A year from now is going to reinforce this mastery of your behavior, where we're going to see Saturn and Neptune still in Pisces. Okay. The only difference is Mars making it back around in Cancer, right? And now next time we're going to be led by beauty, okay? Similar to how Mars conquers first and then Venus has to now reconstruct or beautify, Jupiter is going to be in Gemini. So this year is about strengthening the physical quality of being able to master this technique. Let's use boxing as an example. You finally learned how to knock somebody out, but you still need to condition your body. You've learned a technique in your guard to boom, knock somebody out. Left jab, right hook, right? However, you still need to train and condition your body. So you're coming into this full mastery of these techniques through strength training, okay? More natural manifestation through this repetition. Then next year, we're going to conclude this with the square to Jupiter Gemini, where we're going to focus more on the actual uppercut jab, the technique of it, because we've strengthened our body. Now we can focus more on the actual abilities, which will break through into the technique. And why is this important? Because a year from now, Saturn and Neptune are going to be in Aries. Saturn and Neptune in Aries is 8th house from Virgo. This is the new world order of an individualization of people who are transforming society. We are seeing the end of society as it exists now over the next 2 years. By the time Jupiter is in its exaltation in Cancer, you are now mastering the feeling of how to integrate the full belonging of everything you understand about yourself and these techniques. Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, and Neptune in Aries is the new era. And that 0-degree opposition with the South Node in Virgo is unlocking the transformation of society with new technology and with a super powered human base of individuals who have unlocked and awakened their supernatural abilities. You either are aware of it or you're hiding in the closet because you haven't accepted the quality of your being as consciousness. But you can't deny spirit and you can't fool God. That being said, as we look at the beginning of this transit, it's important to see where we started at this 0-1 degree mark with Mercury and Mars at the tail end of Virgo. So the analogy I like to use for this period is we're starting Virgo season instantly integrating the understanding of a technique. Moon in Sagittarius is understanding what you've seen to immediately practice this. This, of course, is Goku in Dragon Ball looking at Master Roshi shoot a Kamehameha, and at his first attempt, he shot the technique. Master Roshi was saying, wow, it took me years to learn this, but he fired it off instantly. His Kamehameha was a weak Kamehameha. Barely broke a car, which is strong. But it wasn't until he finished that Virgo season that when he fired it off in battle, it was so much more powerful. This is talking about right now how you are off the bat learning new techniques that even though they're not at the most powerful that you can do it, you've still done something very remarkable. And why is this super important? Shamalama lama lama lama. The ancient shamalama lama lama technique has been mastered by several masters in this world. Now that The sun is exactly opposite Saturn, which I did not really even think this would happen with this you know, timing it's on. This is the next mini boss battle. You are completing the conjunction of Sun, Saturn, Aquarius conjunction. Congratulations. We have to go back so I can show you how amazing this is. 6 months ago, we had the Sun conjunct Saturn. Now, let's take some time to talk about the magnanimity of how fucking gangster this shit is. Because it's actually stupid gangster. This is one of the most iconic conjunctions at the beginning of the year before we evolved on Jupiter that we have done. This is when the concept of, this is when I realized, oh my God, if I say the word, the magic word, shamalama lama 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 lama, every wish that I have will come true. It don't stop, my friend. It's a video game with extra levels, and you just get new levels, new devils. Shamalama lama lama. Oh my God, it worked. Okay. Now, naturally, once we stepped into Pisces season on Neptune, you were able to believe it. Before, you just accepted this was the knowledge. Now you had an experience where you manifested belief. I have ancient Shamalama Lama power. I can do anything in this world. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. The ancient gods of Mount Shamalama have chosen you. And this activation is what planted the seeds for the totality of knowledge of the 29-degree Pluto power you've awakened relative to your lineage and place in time. And where does that bring us? Opposite Saturn. This opposition is the very first time we have reached 180 degrees since this conjunction. Now you are harvesting your Shamalama power. Remember, 6 months ago, you were stepping into the belief of, there's no way this could be any other way. Last time I talked to Lady Shirley, she curved me. I tried to ask her out for a date, and she said that I was a loser, and she didn't want to be mean. But this time, I walked up to her today, and I said, Lady Shirley, you're the most beautiful woman I ever met in my life, and I'm going to take you out, and we're going to have an amazing time. Shama lama 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 lama. And Lady Shirley said, boy, you look weird as hell. But where are you trying to go? I feel like going out with you. It couldn't be my swag. I don't have swag. I didn't even know what to say. But I believed in the Shama Lama Lama, and it worked. Now that it's opposite 180 degrees, you're not like that anymore. You're like, hey, go get me a croissant. Shama Lama Lama. Hey, I told you not to do that. I told you not to. Don't make me Shama Lama Lama you. Don't make me Shama Lama Lama you. You see the opposition. You see the progress. Now you're harvesting this mastery. Yeah, what's up? Huh? You need 5 packages? 5 packages. Shama Lama 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 Lama. What else do you need? What else do you need? Don't waste my time. You see the difference from a baby who learned how to believe to Shama Lama Lamaing your way out of every situation? This brings a new conflict. Now Saturn wants to test. Oh, you're just going to Shama Lama Lama your way out of everything? Let's test how well this can influence your behavior. This is where we're at. Ladies and mother effing gentlemen, we are at today the understanding of the Moon in Capricorn utilization of your technique while you are completing this most legendary opposition. This is one of two Sun-Saturn oppositions. Saturn is liberation. You are stepping into the freedom that comes with now breaking through the actual real life manifestation of this technique, where you're not having to be guided by synchronicities. There's a resoluteness and a focus to how you're ready to master this in situations. This is happening right now. Everything moving forward from Mars in 29 degrees and Sun moving forward is the active harvesting of your mastery. We're here, baby. We're here. Sun in Sagittarius is going to bring the final square that's going to bring an ascended awareness of how you've shamalamaed your way into motherfucking victory. Then we're going to have the next Saturn conjunction in Pisces that's going to feel total revolution, but liberation for your imagination. Once we step into March, it's total liberation imagination arc. And that's going to step us into the eclipse in Aries. So this is preparing you for that, okay? First of all, I want you to comment an exclamation mark if this analogy applies to you. If you feel like now you're getting ready to step out, social Virgo, and practice this technique. The draw from Pisces is the draw that you're dealing with metaphysical forces. Let's use Elisha Eternal as an example. Elisha Eternal is putting out Instagram videos of him doing real life arrow fucking kinesis. It's actually some of the most awesomeness I've ever seen. But knowing that he's a Pisces, we know that he is a legend. So this is par for the course. But just like I showed you in a previous video, I want to give you receipts. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah. Okay, of course. Totally, dude. Party like a rock. Party like a rock star. Oh my God, can you believe we used to listen to that a couple of decades ago? This is crazy. We had the hits. We had the motherfucking hits. Sorry. And we keep going. Guys, you have to see this. I can't just tell you. You need to see this. Look at this. Look at this. All right, let's break that down. Elisha, I hope you don't mind me sharing. He has Moon on Saturn in Aquarius. So he has the innate soul ability to command Saturn Aquarius air. Most Saturn Aquariuses have this ability, but he's a legend with this. So you just saw him functionally use aerokinesis, and he has other videos like this. If you think it's a fluke, we are taking a metaphysical concept you can't see more than 99+% of the visible light spectrum. And your government has lied to you about your capability. So Pisces are out here breaking the matrix. What he did was on a social media platform show you how Pisces and Aquas are out here using telekinesis. He used his connection with the air to actually manipulate stuff that with quantum entanglement is there with him physically, but visibly you can't see it. There's a scientific basis to all of this. The reason why you have to understand that is he's mastering his technique. Now, moving forward, he's going to apply this aerokinesis in his social situations. Saturn is looking at Elisha like, okay, Elisha, you know what I'm saying? You wanna put this on social media? You can move stuff with your hands like that? Okay, well, do it in this real situation then. How are you going to use aerokinesis to knock the keys off of a cupboard that you need to unlock yourself out of a gate? And Elisha's going to be like, is that it? That's all you need me to do, G? Mm, what else you need me to? What else you need me to do? What else you need me to do? Mini boss battle. Boom. This is the ultimate Saturn Pisces test of your faith in the application of your works. We're no longer deliberating. Is it possible or not? I just showed you video proof. And the kids that you're giving birth to, they're born naturally being able to do this. That's the new generational element between them and us, where we're packing it together. These alien freak babies have the audacity to just be born God level. They just got to go through different stuff. Now they're teaching you, you're not doing telekinesis right. That's not how you do telepathy. Can you imagine your 5-year-old schooling you on how to use psychic power? Couldn't be me. I don't even know if I want to have kids just because of that. But hey, shout out to those of you brave enough to actually bring in the next generation. Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? You have to be crazy. There's no way you're not crazy. You know what I'm talking about. As soon as these motherfuckers turn 2 years old, every single parent on here right now who has given birth to a child, especially after the 2000s, as soon as these motherfuckers turned 2 years old, you looked out of your window like, why did I do this? Should I have had this child? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. 2 to 5 years old, you realized what you brought into this world and what you're here to die. You know I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying. Especially if they 2020 babies. The 2020 plus babies are coming out the womb just looking like, what? You brought me here? Oh, God damn it. Your whole economy is shit. Like, yes, come on. Okay, I'm just saying. This is not the regular terrible twos. It's not the regular terrible twos. Your kids are talking back at you with sage channeled wisdom. Like, Mom, I don't want to go to bed because time is just a construct and it's not even real. Like, shut up! Don't make me bring out the belt. And then your kid stops the belt with their telekinetic powers. Like the energy goes out. Nah. Those aren't kids anymore. Those aren't kids. They tricked you. Look at y'all. Y'all got alien babies now. And they're going to take over your estate. Anyway, it is what it is. All right. Anyway, as you can see, this opposition, I think, is one of the most important oppositions that we're having at 3 degrees, because I want you to feel the exhilaration and liberation of harvesting the God-given technique that only you can do. No one else is you. That's your superpower. Okay, dude, this happened in real life. Come on, B. So the uniqueness of how perfect you are is establishing itself. And it's a testament that we're starting Virgo season off with this opposition. Okay. This is happening now. This breakthrough is how, just like Elisha is understanding how to use this technique in order to break out of the jail cell that he was put in, because they didn't know that he can fucking move shit with his mind. He didn't just do it, he generated the energy. His Aquarius energy summoned the negative charge of the energy, and then he released it. Okay. And he propelled that force to move it. Now he's having to challenge himself to do that. He's understanding usage. Once we step into the moon in Aquarius, the conjunction with moon Pisces is deepening the extreme power of this awakening so that you can make the hump. You see that 0 degree Libra? This is the definitive breakthrough of you using your technique. Okay. In a way that begins to actively transform your literal life. Because look, now you can teleport by farting. Now you know the value of your farts have saved you a fortune on airplane tickets. Yeah, you're breaking the law because you didn't stamp your passport, but the world's ending anyway. And so you are redefining the innovation of new law by being a law unto yourself, walking with the integrity of, am I going to abuse this power? Or am I going to just fart in someone's face and teleport away? This is how you define your character. Now you're changing your entire life with this technique. Now I don't need to ride the bus anymore. I just have to make sure I drink coffee or eat Taco Bell in the morning so I have enough flatulence to make it to work. Now I don't have to wait in line on the airplane. My life is changing. The rest of this Virgo season is replacing every single habit of me transporting with my mastered fart magic or queef magic for some of you. This is where no one else is you. You might find that it's genetic, and maybe your sister has queef magic, and every time she queefs, she can manifest anything she thinks about. The reason why I'm saying this fart teleportation magic as an example is, if I were to tell you that you can fart and teleport to China right now or halfway across the world, wherever you are, you would think that that is a very novel and innovative, if not outrageous, quality of your own body to produce a supernatural effect. It it will it will make you look at the way you fart different forever. Telefartation. You'll know that, yeah, I can fart regularly, but then I can actually fart with intention. Boom! I'm in a different place. Telefartation. Okay. I want to highlight the outrageous magnanimity of how weird that is. You are discovering how fucking weird you are. Some of you are realizing that every time you get horny, your luck becomes meta luck. You tested this out. You went to the casino. You played the jackpot, and like, you hit, you missed, it was ever. Then you got horny. Jackpot, jackpot, jackpot. Now you're looking at your horniness in a different light. This is the trine from Uranus in Taurus to Virgo. You are now being aware of the physical experience of what in May you activated. Look, I got receipts, guys. Let's actually break this down. Uranus in Taurus is a culmination of development that has been had for centuries. So we want to look at this activation. The trine, the conjunction that activated with the nodes, this quality of your body was what activated at this point your teleportation farts. Your thunderclaps. Thunder. There is a unconventional quality to the nature, earth, of your own body and five senses that your spirit is channeling. Okay. So some of you are realizing if you have an orgasm, you can resurrect someone from the dead once you have your little death. And it's a taboo technique you didn't want to tell anybody. But now that the sun is in Virgo season, this trine here that is now taking the seeds you planted and going through the ground, now you're in the social sign. My husband just died. Oh my God. He just died in his sleep. He just died like an hour ago. He left too early. He's too young. Homegirl, I didn't want to tell anyone I can do this, but I can save your husband. Let's go to his room. Do you trust me, homegirl? Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you need to trust me. Oh, what happened to me? Oh my God, he's back to life. And just like that, your clitoral orgasm just brought a dying man back to life. No, that's going to be after Virgo season. After Virgo season, you've mastered it to a degree where it's like, okay, if he's dead for a day and then we can claim the insurance money, boom, I can still do it. Bravo. Bravo. Yes, this is education. This is educational. Some of you don't even know how powerful your farts are yet because you're still, these are all auto nervous conscious functions of your body, unconscious functions of your body. Virgo is making you aware of, did you know that every time you sneeze, you can make $3,000? You're connecting that unconventional with how you make it convention in your behavior. And that's where the proof is in the pudding. This is where, of course, this Earth trine is making it all real. The reason why I have to use these wonky examples is just like how your brain listens to me say that you can teleport halfway across the country when you fart, it gives you this weird feeling like that's not possible. That's what you are activating. What you have right now is just as strange, if not stranger, than this example. Let me show you proof. Let me show you more proof. So I want you to see, I posted this October 11th, right? October 13th, October 13th. That happened within the week. Cool. But remember, October 30th, I predicted that there'd be a data leak, a popular celebrity that's not A-list would get murdered, a surprise presidential run announcement, Elon Musk drops a major bomb, nuclear weapon is being tested and another used in warfare. Let's see what happened that week. This DHS leak literally happened the next day. Takeoff was murdered, right? A popular celebrity that's not A-list got murdered. You guys were looking at me fucking crazy. Like, how did I know that? Elon Musk nuked Twitter. This was October 31st. And I said, Elon Musk drops a major bomb. And the next day, Elon Musk just nuked Twitter. And then North Korea tests 23 missiles. This was November 2nd. Let's go back. Nuclear weapon is tested. Tests. Okay. You know your boy got it like that. You know your boy got it like that. Okay. And then I went on. I'm not bragging, by the way. This is purely educational. And then I went on to go on a 5-week prediction streak. I was spot on a few weeks in a row. Oh, bro. Do you know what happened to me? I was thinking in my head, what if people at the Pentagon are looking at my Instagram profile like, shit, the peace dealer uploaded another week of predictions. What did he predict? What did he predict? Oh, okay. What if I should stop? In less than 10 minutes, you know how, like, when someone sends you a message on Instagram, they don't recognize who it is. You have to accept them. Someone said, you should stop doing this series. You're being watched by the government. Synchronicity. Now, I don't want to believe that's true, but that did happen to me. So the whole purpose of this experiment was to say, look, guys, I'm predicting shit. Okay. That means you can do it too. And this is where, relative to the development of these skills and capabilities, which now is really not up to debate because I just done showed you that your boy got it like that. Okay. This is putting you in a position. Oh, yeah, that's actually why I ended the series. The reason why I didn't do it anymore was because coming into the end of the year, I realized, okay, it was a because I even predicted the World Cup. Like, I predicted who was going to win the World Cup. I was like, nah, this is good. This isn't, nah, this isn't, this is completely in a precarious situation. I didn't realize it at the time, but it's cool because that was just a basic application of what every single one of us can do. So I just did put that out there to show that. Now that it's in Virgo season, we are legitimately coming into the full mastery of this. Okay. These are not movie mechanics. This is real life. Everything in this world that we think is magic can be explained by science. It's just something that we may not have been able to perceive yet. But there are things that are beyond logic, your consciousness. That being said, now that the moon is continuing to go over Pluto and Mars is in Libra, okay, the thing that's really key about this is, all right, check this out. Now I'm applying this in social situations. Now I'm able to take this mastery and do it. This is where everything going through the axis of Libra, we're presenting it. All right. So, how does that look like? Now, people who say, oh, psychic ability is bullshit, I can shut them the fuck up. I can be like, okay, well, that means the burden of proof is on you to tell me how I predicted the terrorist attack. In fact, let me show you. A lot of people don't know that I did that. I didn't even show you like the crazy predictions. Terrorist attack in Paris, guys. Do you see that? December 24th, 2022. Terrorist attack in Paris. Murderer is caught and brought to justice. Do you see that? Murderer is caught and brought to justice. Okay, boom. Murderer is caught and brought to justice. December 30th. A suspect is arrested on a first-degree murder warrant in the killings. Cool. You can say that's vague. Bam. December 25th. Terrorist attack in Paris. Boom. Okay. That was a day two. That was not a Barnum statement because people will be like, oh, well, that was vague. That could happen. I didn't say terrorist attack in Belgium. I didn't say terrorist attack in Canada. I said terrorist attack in Paris. And a day later, it happened. Now the burden of proof is on them to prove it. This is what makes me a threat because I can walk into any scientific. This is why you are the revolution. This is the revolution, guys. It's not going to be televised. They're not going to put niggas like me on television and read their chart because it's going to break the illusion. But I put in the work. So let's just really be clear because I don't have to know all this sciencey shit. Now I can walk into any circle and be like, look, I predicted this, and that. Is it a coincidence if you do it more than once? The burden of proof is on you to prove that This is a fraud. And if you can't do that, you need to shut the fuck up. Now, all that sciencey bullshit they're telling me, now they cannot call me a pseudoscientist until they prove that I did not predict that. See how powerful that is? That's this Libra. That's the North Node in Aries. I am now getting ready to take the work I've done the past 10 years and not prove myself, but to define my character. It's the Magician. And the thing here is, I wouldn't even say me predicting all of that is impressive at all. I really believe that most of you guys watching this have predicted even crazier stuff. You've just never told anybody because you probably would have felt that they would have thought you were crazy. Some of you guys have seen stuff that you don't even need to look at the natal chart to see. You probably just haven't told anyone because people would think you're crazy. Well, what if you can master these abilities in a way with which you can use at will? We here, baby. 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 This awakening that's happening tomorrow and the day after is fully bringing you over the hump so that you feel at the most physical level this awakening. And that's what's going to transition us squarely into, of course, the moon in Aquarius. The moon in Aquarius transit is going to be very behaviorally life-changing because this is where you're going to understand the knowledge, moon in Aquarius, of how to actively do this at will. It's the final point of integration. Fun fact, Virgo's affinity is Aquarius. Just like Gemini's affinity is Leo, because Gemini's third house is Leo, Virgo's affinity is Aquarius because Virgo rules the sixth house, okay, or is associated with. That means this is induced analytically through the advanced knowledge. This is why Virgo risings live genius lifestyles. The advanced knowledge of your behavior enables you to live an extraordinary life with advanced routines. It is an analogy for being the master. So if you're the master, what takes somebody 10 minutes to do because you are operating at an advanced level, you've mastered the ability to do it in 1 minute. You know how to live your life. And this is where we're going to come into the knowledge of how to apply this understanding of utilization. It will be streamed. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, and of course, Aquarius affinity is Sagittarius. So just like Leo's affinity, everything kind of goes back to Sag, which is really crazy. If we do the affinity thing real quick, with the fixed and the mutable, it all goes back to Sag or Leo, which goes back to Sag. And Sag goes back to Leo, which goes back to Sag. So for the cardinal signs, the affinities all go to Aries. Cancer and Capricorn's affinity is Libra, and Aries and Libra's affinity is Aries. Shit, Tommy, I started looking at fire signs different. I was like, really? It really is all about you, motherfuckers. All right. I had to just reluctantly accept that. I was like, oh, God damn it. Hated on y'all a little bit. I was a little jealous and just kept moving. Anyway, yeah. So are you excited? I want to make sure you're excited. I want you to be excited about this because there's a confidence that's strengthening in you. You are actively demolishing old traditions. And you are reintegrating this full-on understanding of how to live as this new evolved version of yourself. Okay. Yeah. All right. One thing that's key here is because we're going to have the T-square with Venus retrograde, this is where the realization that you understand that you can use this ability at will is going to change how you express this in your love life and reevaluate exactly how you express your style. Because now Mars is in Libra. So now you're catching yourself because you know that you got it like that. So it's like, wait a minute. Why am I nervous talking to this person? How do I really feel excited in this moment? I don't have to be nervous. I have Shamalama powers. So I can basically have fun in every situation. And not because I have the powers, but the powers enable me to do this even greater. So, Shamalama Lama that way over here, boo. Oh no, that might be the corniest thing I ever said in my life. And this confidence in corniness that overrides what normally would never fly in any social situation. That's why I want to stress the weirdness of this, because it very is weird. And if you don't believe in your inner Shama Lama Lama, what are you going to accomplish in this life? Okay. Because once we get into the full moon in Pisces, you have now changed your beliefs and you're ready to Shama Lama Lama your way into infinity and beyond. This 7-degree opposition, I think, is one of the most iconic and important full moons that is going to help you understand how fucked we are. I'm sorry, how the world is literally ending. And let me say that again. How Saturn, the world, is literally in the end of the zodiac. The world is literally ending. You are coming into a divine understanding of the mastery of the application of your behavior that will change your beliefs around how you can live your life, because you've finally understood how to use the technique. And in knowing how it works, you've actually induced change. You're experiencing it. Mutable sign experiencing the change. Now you're believing, oh shit, I can levitate. I said Shama Lama Lama and my body started to rise. Wow. So moving forward from here, we're going to use the analogy of a montage, like I wrote in the extended magic moon message, which should be uploaded at present. Okay. Relative to this is very, very important, because what you're going to experience here is, by the way, for those of you who are eternal Vibe Tribe members and Infinity Club and God Squad, that video is available for those of you who want to watch the extended magic moon message. But let's just say, right, 3 days ago, okay, coming into 2 days from now, you have activated your montage. Okay, for some of you, this extended beyond 2 weeks, but for the purpose of this analogy, right, you have been hitting the sandbag, you have been taking cold showers, and you've been long jumping across this pit. And while you've been doing this montage, that sandbag is wearing you out. Like you can barely carry the sandbag across the gym, right? And you can barely stand in these frigid cold showers without, hopping out or turning it hot. Once we step into this full moon axis, here's what you're going to start to notice. Now you can run across the whole gym with the sandbag. After you run across the whole gym, you're tired. But before, just picking up the sandbag completely overwhelmed you. Just to pick it up, you were completely tired. Now at this full moon, you're doing a whole lap around the gym. Oh, oh. Now you're having that whole cold shower. Oh, okay. And now you barely jumped over that pit. You almost slipped in jumping over. Cool. Saturn is going to reinforce these beliefs as Neptune is going to transcend them. And because Mercury is in Virgo, you're able to analyze critically each and every detail of the metaphysical unseen experience that's facilitating this transformation. The moon in Aries is actively helping you understand how this evolution of your identity is now transforming your behavior. Because, of course, you who can use Shama Lama Lama powers now are inserting this awareness into how you bring you into that. And this is where the moon in Taurus is further strengthening the physical quality of your ability to perfect these techniques. This is the part of the montage scene where the first part of the montage scene you're struggling, and then the last part of the montage scene is where you can start to see the improvement. This, of course, is the completion. By the time we step into, of course, the moon in Gemini, and we're having this T square on Mercury retrograde, guys, this I think is the most important part of this transit. One, Mercury rules Gemini and it also rules Virgo. The Sun conjunct Mercury is a full-on crystallized realization of the epiphanies that align your conscious awareness with your brain's processing brain function so that you are fully aware of exactly how you are mastering these techniques. This is happening while the moon is not only in Gemini, helping you understand what to think about how you're using these techniques, but they're making an exact square. This is what's going to click into gear, just like you took NZT, how everything that was latent and conscious within you works together. At this stage of this transit, once we complete Virgo, the montage is over. Okay. Now you're running across the whole gym with the sandbag and you're not even tired. You're casually talking with the sandbag that before you couldn't even lift. Now you take cold showers like they're hot showers. You can't wait to take the cold shower. Now you're leaping over the pit. Beautiful. That brings us to the final part of Virgo season, which is going to activate the technique. Moon in Cancer is going to help you feel where you belong, and the trine to Neptune is going to reinforce how deeply you feel the belief in what you know you can do by also helping you break through with the opposition of Pluto and feel so much more powerfully the mastery of these techniques. Venus, which is direct now, is going to transcend your swag, the courage with which you feel that you carry yourself socially is going to transcend, because now all that doubt that you had to walk up and talk to Shirley, now Shirley's in love with you because you shamalamaed your way into her heart. And this is where now you have you're understanding the confidence, like, yeah, how you doing? Oh, shama lama lama lama, why you laughing? Okay, this is very crucial. This is the part where now, coming into the new moon on Mercury retrograde in Virgo, this is a full-on activation of this new technique. Let's go back to the montage. You have a title fight. Ding, ding, ding. And you are preparing for this boxing title fight. North Node in Aries is going to be where you have defended the title. But this is your title fight. And you, before you started the montage, could not beat the sparring partner. And it didn't look well. The sparring partner was a former champion, right? And you weren't able to really show your technique because you didn't build the physical strength to pull it off. Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus. So you did the montage, right? You lost that sparring match and you realized what you had to train. You did the montage. You finished the full moon. Now you're able to carry the sandbag. You came into the completion. Now you can carry the sandbag casually. And here we go. That moon in Cancer to new moon Virgo. Now you're back with that sparring partner and you beat that former champion easy. This is going to feel like an anime, guys. We're coming out of a time skip. This is the next thing I want to tell you. I'm getting through the math first, okay? So once we step into Libra season, guys, The rest of this transit is preparation for Libra. We're activating the technique. You're understanding this is the way in. You're understanding how to socially position yourself now that Mars is actively expressing the polished form of your technique. Oh, this is so fucking awesome. You're understanding the nodal influence. You're now understanding the wisdom of the technique that now transforms your attitude of this behavior. And now, with this ascension of this understanding, boom, we step into to Libra season. Preparation for the title fight is over. And now you're getting ready to perform and fight this title fight, which will be complete with the full moon and then activated with the new moon. Okay. That moon in Cap is how Virgo season started with the moon in Sag, where now you're understanding how to use this polished expression of your art. This Libra season is the unlocking. Yeah, when I said the sandbag, an image of your stories in the gym popped up. So I'm so glad you said this right now. I think a part of our air energy is channeling through. But this is crazy. Does Mercury retrograde slow things down for us to this? Nikki D, we know you a genius. Aquarius, I love that. Very important question. Mercury retrograde is reevaluating the analytical process of your brain because you're learning a new technique. The whole purpose of this, if Mercury did not slow down in retrograde, while you are processing that you are changing your life with new techniques, you will have already have been in the next stage, which would not have allowed your brain the ability to reevaluate how to now change everything. So yes, the new moon on Mercury retrograde is this quintessential activation that's going to very heavily influence the change of behavior that you're getting ready to activate. Because the new moon is last, you're doing the montage to perfect the technique, and then you activate the technique perfectly used, and then you bring it forward. Okay. So that was the mathematical portion of this. Now we're going to get into the spiritual channeled understanding of this. This is the grand plot twist part one. First of all, Christian Dixie, thank you for sending in your Cash App. For those of you who would like live reading of Virgo season 2023 for you, comment your sun, moon, and rising, and you can click the description box below. You'll be able to join the queue. I have Cash App, I have PayPal, I have Venmo, and I have Super Chat here. You can email me your chart, or at least email me your sun, moon, and rising, and I will break down this math that I just did with this Virgo season for how personally it's going to influence you. One thing we want to really keep in mind is that the moon in Taurus on Uranus and Jupiter is going to activate this super strong and supernatural strengthened quality of the technique you are mastering. This is the point of this evolved strength that's going to push you through and break you through the hump of being able to carry the sandbag and then get tired versus now you're carrying it and you're not tired. This is going to happen regardless. You have to understand that. Because if you don't work hard in the gym, which is an analogy for mastering your life and techniques, you're going to reinforce this behavioral pattern anyway. You're going to reinforce whatever sluggishness you put into this, and that's what's going to be expanded. So you want to take advantage of this because this year and next year are the best 2 years to hyper accelerate the development of any behavior you want to program and master into your body. Okay. And now we also want to talk about the Neptunian opposition with Saturn, the doubts of other people's beliefs. Virgo season is receipt season. Now, anytime somebody says astrology is bullshit and psychic ability isn't real, I could just be like, you don't know your fucking moon sign. Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. I can read your chart, and I'm not being condescending because I'm just mirroring their disrespect. I can read your chart right now and it's going to be accurate. And if psychic abilities aren't real, how did I predict the terrorist attack? How did I predict these DHS leaks? Yeah, you got nothing to say. This is the confidence. Remember how I said last year we're going to counterattack? Most of y'all watching me, you have Reiki healing abilities. You at this point right now can put your hand on someone who has a headache and heal the headache. Now, you're not necessarily spitting in the face of modern medicine, but you're waving your big fat dick in front of everyone who told you, oh, that's not possible. That's not possible. Then why did I just do it? This is the receipt chapter. This is the grand plot twist. Okay. This is the innovation with the natural quality of your own body, mind, and consciousness that's going to Saturn and Pisces liberate your imagination. The imagination liberation campaign has officially begun, and the knowledge needed to program the multi-potentiality of your limitless imagination, or as Neville Goddard calls God in eternal form, all right, or your God self, you are now just harvesting right now, 180-degree opposition. Do you know what that means? That means for 6 months, you have been experiencing a loading screen from new moon or from conjunction to opposition. You've been going through a Saturnian loading screen, which is like the third longest one behind Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus, or the fourth. Okay. So that loading screen was downloading your new supernatural abilities. It was the knowledge of your new supernatural abilities that is completing through the changing your behavior through application. That loading screen has just now finished. Do I have your attention? That loading screen has just finished. How would you feel if the next up, because what's going to happen is in March of 2020, in March of 2024, when we have the Saturn Pisces loading screen, that's going to be one of two loading screens, one of two Saturn Pisces loading screens that we're going to reinitiate. So we have just completed the Saturn loading screen that began March of 2023. How do you feel right now? Because everything moving forward, the loading screen is done. Now you're getting ready to experience the real perspective of your mastery of everything you just downloaded. You downloaded it, square, uploaded it, opposition. Ripples in the matrix. Please, it's that real. It's that real. So, relative to 2020, where we had Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto in Capricorn, now Saturn and Neptune are in the open door chapter of this, collectively affecting the narrative and beliefs of everybody. Okay. This is where everything that you've been seeing in the news with the, the government saying, oh, we might bring back lockdowns. There's another COVID resurgence. You might need these, you might need that. Everything in politics with Trump getting arrested, everything with aliens, quote unquote, being discovered, AI, shout out to you, Steve, AI, and shout out to all of you. Everything that you're starting to see converge, identity politics, this is going to be over the next 2 years, starting now, the plot twist that's going to reveal all the hidden secrets and lies that were presented to us. Whistleblowers have made their move, and due to the revolution that is you and the power of the individual, you're going to see over the next 30 days all of this unravel, starting literally now with this opposition. Okay. And relative to this, you are being hit with how your behavior is defined relative to the collective beliefs all around you. Now you're mastering your ability to perform activity that mainstream science says is not true. But now you're affecting and changing public perception because I just showed receipts just like you're showing receipts. This is huge. This is huge. Okay. You're fighting back against the misappropriations labeled on you and the projections labeled on you through the realness of yourself. Your soul, like Amy Gill, should be at peace because you've done the work. Your spiritual BBL is done. And now moving forward, all you have to do is maintain the routine to keep that BBL body. If you go back now into old habits, you're going to undo everything you downloaded. Okay. That's the analogy I want to get. And the beautiful thing about Neptune here is that you can create abilities on the fly and you can hone through repetition your intention to get answers on command. As what you put in is what you're going to get out. We also want to speak about this preparation of course, you being in this position to very, very, very powerfully open up the nature of how uniquely you are innovating society with this. So the last civil war that we had, the last time America had its civil war from 1861 to 1865, we had Neptune in Aries and Uranus in Gemini. Okay. Neptune in Aries and Uranus in Gemini. You see how Saturn was in Libra? Okay. Now get this. Look at this. That was 1863. Look at chart magic. Look at time travel. Boom. Look, Neptune is in Aries, Uranus is in Gemini, and now Saturn that was in Libra is in Aries. Civil War Part 2, baby, coming soon. The fight for the New World Order. This is what you're being prepared for. War. And this is not up for debate. I've shown you the science of how this correlates. This is what everything has been brewing. So what if I told you you have supernatural techniques based on the gifts, the unique gifts God gave you that will personally, okay, get you through this war conflict period in the establishment of a new society over the next 17 years? All right. This is where the personification and expression of who you've evolved yourself to be is fully manifesting itself over the next 5 months. And thankfully, you've done the work to get here. Now it's time to prepare for ultimate breakthrough. You've well deserved this. The breakthrough over the next 3 months are going to change your beliefs because you're going to be performing and achieving things that are beyond what you thought you were capable. And so if you're prepared for liberation, claim it, because we're harvesting this right now as the sun is opposite Kronos, Saturn, whatever you want to call it, totality, the world, God, the all, the representation of it at least. And Mars at 29 degrees is getting you ready to move forward with full mastery. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining and tuning into this monthly peace report. For those of you who are Infinity Club members, you will have access to this replay. I highly recommend you listen to this at least 3 or 7 times. you will gain more of the condensed gems that were spit in here, especially after the full moon. Check this out again. You'll gain a lot more insight. The grand plot twist is going to reveal insight that you've always known but couldn't put to words, because now you're directly experiencing it. So now you're creating the words, and it's going to change the way you see reality. It's going to unravel what has been behind the veil this entire time, and it's going to confirm things you've always known deep in your soul. But most importantly, you're going to be perfecting and mastering every single God-given talent that God has given you. And God is good, so this is great. Amen. I hope you enjoy this plot twist. This is going to bring you, with the North Node in Aries, into a powerful research and characterization of how amazingly you can, of course, move forward. And this is where I will now start the live readings. For those of you who, of course, would like a live reading, you are more than welcome to join the queue. And for those of you who are taking your leave, have a blessed weekend, Godspeed, and kick ass. Okay. That being said, for those of you who don't want to purchase a live reading, I recommend you stay, because some of the people who purchase a live reading might have your rising, they might have your sun, they might have your moon. So some of you are magic enough to manifest a live reading through me reading somebody else. If they have an aspect you have, it might relate to you as well. So this is where, even if someone doesn't have the aspect, intuitively, in an indirect way, non-linearly, the message could still be for you. If you feel the need to stick around, that could be why. Okay. Christian Dixie, Leo sun, or rather Leo rising, Aqua sun, Sag moon. Virgo season is amazing as a Leo rising. For all you Leo risings, this is the money season. This is very important because Uranus and Jupiter in your 10th house have established the manifestation of this innovative monopoly or business or career personification, your legacy. This is giving you the basis with which you can engineer success with whatever you wish to apply your focus to. And ever since that nodal passage, this is the first Virgo season where you can experience the real worth of your price, of what money you can make because of this in Earth. As an Aquarius sun, you are understanding this quality of your legacy. And this is where Virgo season is transforming your celestial awareness as a new gen ascended space god at this. And this is manifesting the critical perspectives and values that, with these facts and receipts, are transforming everything you know. Christian, you're realizing that you're so much stronger than before because you're manifesting the value of your mastery, which is now updating the knowledge that you express to others. And this is where Mars and Mercury at the tail end of your second house are going to immediately, with Mars, begin to develop the actions you take to express this socially. As you are reevaluating with the Mercury Sun conjunction and new moon, the new feeling of what you're worth and how you take this element of your magic and you transform other people's lives with it. Very amazing. You having your moon in Sagittarius is going to give you this very hidden understanding of seeing everything from an ascended perspective. So it's like, as you're going through everything I said you're going through, you have a bird's eye view watching from above how to perfect everything you're perfecting. And that's what's going to make this super awesome. Okay. Next, we have Ruby, Queen Ruby, might I add. Ruby, we also know you have the Leo rising as well and the progressed Virgo rising. So this Virgo season is a full-on reevaluation of how you personify your existence as Queen Goddess. You, of course, are one of the women who have the rare alignment with so much of these personifying aspects, tying you not only to several goddesses, but this divine personification of the heart. All right. And now you are mastering exactly how you manifest this in your real being. Especially when we had that reading once where the cards you pulled were dead on accurate. Isis being the goddess of magic, you are in this real Virgoan way practically applying through what you do with your readings out there in the public. And this is what's going to now reposition the mastery with which you behave as yourself, as who you've always been. This is even cooler because with Neptune and with Saturn in your eighth house, this is reinforcing the transformation of your beliefs, because the value of everything that you're manifesting with these receipts, you're using in order to now show people that you can work directly with these unseen principles. And that with the way you deal with others based on what you believe about others gives you so much more control to trust yourself, because you've manifested this value with yourself. Okay. This is even cooler knowing that Venus is retrograding in your rising. So as this will go direct during this transit, this is going to revitalize your sense of beauty. And it's literally like you're getting your groove back now that you're mastering a much more advanced version of yourself, in a position to take what you've been doing and travel with it. Now you can sustain and support not just your business. I don't think you consider it as a business, because you don't even have to work it like one. This is having you use your own natural magic that's awakened through this mastery also of your Saturn return. And Saturn, which has successfully progressed past Aquarius and is trining in Pisces. So that's very exciting, because you naturally also have Mercury in Virgo. And this is just going to make you so much more sharper. And it's going to add so much quality to how powerfully you exhibit this as well. So, Ruby, let me know what you think about that, because your transits are on fire. They're really awesome. Limitless existence. This is amazing because your sun is in Virgo. And so as a Gemini moon, you're the true master. Gemini moon, Virgo sun archetypes are like Corday. Y'all are true masters, true earth angels. And as an Aries rising, you're the original. You're the one, you're the warrior with this. So you're aware of not only your behavior, but you help fix people's lifestyles. And you bring this true understanding of everything you're aware of that's real. You got bars, is what I'm saying. And this is going to integrate fully the reevaluative mastery of these behavioral patterns as you're an instrument of this healing. But most importantly, as the North Node is unlocking your personality, this is going to prepare for the eclipse in your seventh house that's going to manifest the value of partnerships that unlock more realization of who you are. Remember, in April of 2023, the Jupiter conjunction in your first house, which is badass, started your new chapter one. You effectively kicked in this evolution of your character that now you are aligning the destiny of. So it's very important to bring everything back to you and how powerfully you take action, because you bring people for real this limitless existence. And now your powers are popping off on the fly effortlessly, which is why the Mercury retrograde conjunction is going to activate a new way to live your life. This could be activating a new exercise regimen. You are literally changing other people's lives by changing your life. And it doesn't have to be dramatic, because you're so true with it. It's just like the simplest changes in your thoughts that will change the way you approach everything. We also want to take into account that with this Taurus energy that's in your second house, it's getting you paid. So now you're creating the lifestyle that can sustain this extra money you're getting ready to come into. And Uranus in the second for Aries risings is manifesting money out of thin air. It's manifesting money now that Jupiter is in chapter 2 for you in a way that's literally effortless, automating your income, creating passive income, and super innovative, super unconventional. Okay. Next, we have Alba Sama. Alba, we know you have the late Cancer rising, but we also know as a Sag Sun, your moon in Virgo is on the South Node. Shout out to the South Node Virgos, regardless of year. Every single time I do a reading, you guys confirm that this is your last lifetime. You're going back to heaven. You're coming from Earth, but unlike others with this, your soul is tapped into this ancient Earth Gaia mother. It's like you're the ascended expression of the Mother Earth Gaia as high priestess, like you're a priestess of reality. Unlike, of course, the true master we just spoke to, you represent mastery of ascension. Okay. So the reason why this is important is as a Cancer rising, you're manifesting the value of your critical perspective and attitude. You have this way of enlightening others to the nature of their mindset and how it influences their behaviors with other people. And people may not like the way that with the Sagittarius, you flame them, you call them out for it. It's actually hilarious. We also want to respect that you have 29 Uranus in Sag. So this alien construct gives you this universal supernatural level of reality creation where you can feel how real everything you're visualizing is overlapping into this reality. Jesus Christ, you have 29-degree Jupiter's Taurus too. You just want all the money this lifetime. It's amazing. All the value, all the value. And Mars in Aries enables you to act on instantly, and your heart is extremely pure. Jesus Christ, Venus conjunct Pluto on Scorpio. What's really key here is that since your AC and your MC and IC are in Libra and Aries, the North Node is traveling you through into success. So you're destined to come into the success you're meant to come in. Olive, please make sure you email me your sun, moon, or rising or your chart. This is also very important because personally, this is putting you in a position to wrap up around everything you are destined to accomplish. You having this Aries MC means that the success you gain is gained not only by yourself, but Mars on the MC means that it's your individual actions by following your instincts that will challenge you to develop your reputation as the one you're meant to be under. Your legacy is to be original in the expression of who you are. And what's also key here, thank you, Ruby. What's also key here is that because this unlocking is the South Node in your fourth, which is in the third fourth, this is going to transform the foundation with which you interpersonally relate with other people. Remember, you're ascended, you're perfectly ascended. So your perspective is more like a goddess that can at will change fate and manifest that karma in your routine to where now that Saturn is sextiling our Saturn, shout out to Saturn Cap, this is putting you in a position to very powerfully and realistically blossom the supernatural abilities. This is what I respect about you. I have the 24-degree Saturn Cap. You have the 1-degree Saturn Cap. So those of you born 88 and 89, you guys are blossoming your abilities before us. We have to wait till 2024, 2025. You at 1 degree, you've just blossomed it. The flower has blossomed. Christina Law, please send your natal chart details to my email. Okay. Or your sun, moon, and rising. So Alba, this is very, very, very amazing because once again, Pluto is on your DC and you're applying this ascension of your being to manifest awakening other people in your relationships. This is also preparing you to awaken manifesting wealth through awakening the right partnerships with people. So yeah, any one of you born 88, 89, 90, it's blossoming, our superpowers are blossoming. Okay, Saturn Aquarius manifested the knowledge of it and the Saturn Aquarius return. And now this is blossoming ours and manifesting Saturn Aquarius's return with the experience and the value of it. Okay. Carrie, we know that you also have the Cancer rising. So similar to Alba, both of you are stepping into this assertion of breaking through glass ceilings and achieving the success you've been destined to achieve. The difference is, whereas Alba is going to be more focused on creating an amazing lifestyle, with all of this, you are focusing more on personifying that success and being the shining light to not only move forward in this achievement of destiny, achievement 10th house, destiny north node, but now integrating the behavior of that through your attitude. So this is having you form mastered skills and abilities. Whereas Alba is going to be feeling directly exactly how, your moon in Gemini is going to help you understand the truth of what to think in order to facilitate this extra mastery of behavior. What's also really key here is you being able to unlock all the social power you have opposite your Aries sun is going to uninhibit you from old fears that you only had because you might have been ignorant or unaware of your power. Now you're fully aware of your power. So this Virgo season is fine tuning and preparing to adjust the perception that you'll step into Libra season with. Remember, not only is this going to be the eclipse, but Libra season is going to be opposite your Aries sun. So this is going to be taking this mastery of your behavior and presenting it in relationships directly through with other people. And that's where you're going to see a lot of your life change through this reevaluation of how you and Alba as Cancer risings and all you other Cancer risings are effectively, literally transforming the way you behave socially with other people. You're sharper, you're more on point, you are applying so much more of your expertise. And that's what's really going to completely begin to show you with Pisces in your 9th house, the details of the unseen. That is the coolest thing about being a Cancer rising, by the way. Neptune and Saturn in your 9th are crystallizing the 9th house vision of the metaphysical unseen Pisces. And this is what, through Virgo, is enabling you to isolate what's real so you know what the unseen influences are through your behavior. And this is what's going to make your intuition more on point and for you to practice and express this flawlessly. The breakthrough of this for you is going to be with Venus that's retrograding in your 2nd, where once again, this is going to express itself in windfalls of unexpected income. So the Venus retrograde is preparing for you to change your tax bracket and the way you account for all this extra abundance and success. All right. Whew. Next, we have Lady Jen Fisher. Okay. The holy warrior, the holy Aries. Okay. Jen is the precise archetype of the Holy One, which I love. Okay. It's a very powerful archetype. Holy ones are anointed by God and chosen by the divine. So naturally, it's easy for them to be hated, especially because of y'all brash nature. But I don't think anyone really cares and really puts their heart and emotions out there more than y'all. And I think what's really cool with this is, once again, as a Cancer rising, you are the high priestess with the Cancer moon. But it's like you're the high priestess that has hands. You're one of the only high priestesses that's very nurturing, very caring, but you'll smack a bitch intuitively, like instinctually, like, oh, sorry, I heard you talking shit in your mind. So the Virgo season is now resituating, once again, your attitude. And Venus retrograde is putting you in a position to resituate your finances because, once again, just like Carrie, you are stepping into the awareness of the success you have been destined to achieve. That's the dopest thing about this. You cannot run from this success. Carrie, Alba, and Jen, and every other Cancer rising, Uranus and Jupiter in your 11th is strengthening the social circle of wealthy individuals and geniuses that add so much value to you. You could literally build a town based on the quality of friendships and rewards you're coming into. And that's what's going to ground the quality of how powerful your legacy is. This is challenged with Venus, which can definitely help you feel how you're strengthening your confidence in yourself. So, what's very important is you do have Pluto opposite your moon, you do have Pluto opposite your rising, you do have Pluto square your sun. And before the eclipse resituates the comfort you have socializing with people who are more aligned with you, the Pluto square is making you super irritable with fake ass motherfuckers who you can't stand their inauthenticity. So just smack them in the face with your dick. Use that with Chiron. Just by being authentically yourself, this is going to isolate those who you can trust and those who you should stick a fork in. Because that Pluto in the seventh is kill or be killed. Like it doesn't give you the leeway to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's an extreme obsession that your own sincerity and how powerful you are is attracting. So this is what's going to help you break through this irritability and hardcore start awakening people more powerfully than you already did before. I feel like you having this very powerful Cancer is putting you in the position to apply your psychic ability in ways that border on the supernatural and conventionally aren't even possible. Now, Virgo is enabling you to activate skills that coming into Sagittarius, you'll master through how you can create an amazing life with this. So, this is a great period to practice new skills. If we're going to use an analogy, you're learning how to master reading tarot. And you're going to be able to apply reading these tarot card abilities in real life situations that give you effective advice and externalize your subconscious influence so that you can make magic. Okay. Hey. Next, we have Christina Stevens. Okay. Christina, you are a supernatural alien goddess, and I hate to say that because that's an understatement. I hate throwing out the goddess card because I don't mean that as like a compliment. Your chart is nuts. Your chart is one of the most revolutionary pieces of peak astrology I've ever seen in my whole life, and I've been reading charts for 10 years. No way you just got this reading. I feel like I'm being watched by the Galactic Federations. You're a high queen. You're an Aquarius rising. So, like, you walk with so much prestige and knowledge in yourself that in the ninth house of God, you are one of the most intelligent Libra woman, Queen of Swords to ever exist. And I am honored that I can even read this chart here. I'm not even joking right now. And you were born on a full moon going through the Chiron return. So you're literally the original artist. Y'all, do you see this chart that I'm reading? She has Sun on Uranus, Mars, and Pluto in Libra. How are you so powerful that within a moment you can look at someone's character based on how they shook your hand and had their small talk conversation, that you know exactly who they are as a person and you know where they're headed in life? Who are you for real? Because the unconventional awakenings you help direct people in, also bear in mind the inner warrior you have. You are at core a vulnerable, authentic healer. This is wild. I cannot believe I'm reading this chart. Um, the South Node is unlocking all of this. So Pluto through 2020 has begun to complete this uninhibition process that is going to help you overcome fears of how powerfully you express the philosophy of balance. You are a teacher of justice and law. This is what I love about your chart. Never mind the fact that you have Neptune right next to your MC in Scorpio. As an Aqua rising, you're high nobility. You are the high queen judge. And the ninth house Libra means that you teach law. Are you a lawyer? Please confirm this for me. I need to know. Because even if you work in a ham factory, Even if you just do hair and nails, you're teaching law. You're teaching people about balance, and you're teaching people how to polish their talent. You're someone who can feel other people's raw talent, and you can speak to the raw nature in them, and you teach them how to polish themselves and be the perfect talent that they are. But damn, this is wild, because this Virgo season is going to effectively transform how you take your imagination and how you're creating your value and lifestyle with your imagination, and put yourself in the position to take these receipts and transform other people with these receipts. This is very complex because Virgo is 12th house to your Libra sun. So you are being aware of the unconscious habits and beliefs that affect your behavior and how you deal with other people. So what's really going to prepare you for this eclipse is the real details relative to how you interpersonally relate with others, and how you're going to see at an even greater quality your effect on other people is changing other people's lives. I just can't emphasize alone enough. Saturn, this conjunction that we had, was on your first house, and you have finished the loading screen of harvesting now the behavior of this knowledge of self. Let's put this into context. You are one of the most powerful high queen, like out of all the Aquarius risings that I have read, you are one of the most powerful Aquarius risings that I've ever read, which means you carry rank in your personality. The universe responds to you like a charged lightning rod because you have so much strength in your aura. You know who you are. And relative to this high nobility, with the universe responding to you, you're now bearing the weight of the responsibility of your own imagination and how you can manifest anything you want with your imagination. So, how do you bring this original sense of your classic character through into this, where your legacy is to transform society and to be seen? Christina Law, you are more than just a queen, or more than just the queen. Literally, you have law in your name. I can't make this up. Ninth house Libra sun means not only do you teach law, you innovate the practice of legalism, of the legal, of the law. And you know, you have Christine Law 23. This chart is magnifique because you actually have superpowers. Wow. Wow. You also want to keep in mind that with the full moon, this is going to really unlock much more of how exactly and specifically you're able to use your imagination to perfectly bring into reality through other people all of this. So once again, it's such an honor. I love your chart. I love how amazing your chart looks. And I can clearly see that you're a force to be reckoned with that came here to assist humanity, especially with the North Node in the 12th, which could be very misunderstood in the way you're organizing and controlling the collective from behind the scenes and helping people understand the right way they should feel about how they live their life. That was so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. So next, we got Brittany Kelly. Let's get it. Okay. So Brittany, we know that you have Sun Pisces. You're the spirit legend. Moon Virgo, born on the full moon, the master soul, and rising Libra. So you got a 12th house Virgo moon. Jesus Christ. So you got like a ninja soul. So you're an artist. That's very important. One thing that's very important for Libra sun and Libra rising is, I don't know if you guys know this about them. As artists, they're creating their dream life. And I don't mean that conceptually. Scientifically, they are creating their dream life. The integrity of their beliefs with Saturn in Pisces, after Jupiter has evolved what you believe you can do with your lifestyle, Saturn is constructing the integrity of your beliefs to take what you dream about living, for better or for worse, because negative stuff will manifest too, into your lifestyle. Whatever you think is impossible, you can incorporate that into your routine. Pimp, pimp. If Aquariuses are gangsters, Libras are pimps right now. And this is putting you in a position as a Pisces sun to directly control with Saturn and be aware of not only how you influence your beliefs to create your lifestyle, but you are influencing other people's beliefs. You got it like that more than ever. You're imagining stuff, whether you're aware of it or not, and it's happening. And so, with this level of responsibility, Virgo season is now taking everything since March that activated this new definition of your dream life. And now you're releasing old criticisms, old doubts, and unconscious habits that get in the way of you perfecting this dream life. The reason why this is very key, especially for Libra risings, is Virgo with the opposition is putting you in a position to adjust your perspective of how much of your dream life is finally coming into reality. And so the awareness of this is letting go of old doubts because you no longer have to believe in it because it's already here. This is also going to isolate at a supernatural quality your relationships with other people and how your dealings with other people directly influence your unconscious habits and beliefs. This is, of course, going to prepare you for the 6-month arc with Libra and the South Node on your rising. And for those of you with the suns on your suns, that's going to unlock your personality. Or if you have the sun, your spirit. And this is so very important because relative to this, you're going to be transforming your personality and how powerfully you express your social personality. Once again, because you have this the legend spirit, not this legend spirit, your moon in Virgo is the complete version of this legend where you are the mastery of divinity. Okay. Your soul hyperanalyzes at a divine quality the receptivity of everything that's real through this analysis. And this enables you to apply your extrasensory perception with the sun in Pisces to see what's unseen. This is the opposite from moon in Pisces, who feels the unseen, so that with sun in Virgo, you can see everything that's practical. Now you are feeling everything that is real, and this analysis, this analytical understanding enables you to complete everything you can believe in because you already know what's real, so you can believe in what's unseen based on the receipts that you have. Immaculate. This is what's going to help you, one, coming through powerful Christos activation with the full moon, and two, apply this psychic intuitive insight into feeling exactly how you are shifting the completion of this evolution, especially with Jupiter that evolved your relationship house and is now transforming the quality of what you can invest your wisdom in. All right. Very gangster. Very gangster. Very gangster. Very, very gangster. So next we have Olive. Okay. Olive, this is amazing. No, 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 no. Oh, my bad. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Olive, please make sure you email me your chart so that. Oh, Olive, is that you? Okay, yeah, yeah. Olive, I got it. I got it. Thank you. So we know you're the main character, Leo rising, and you have sun and moon in Sag. Jesus. So you see, you're also born 89. This is very important. So Olive, the reason why it's very important is you're Goat Squad. You're one of us. And the thing that's really key about this is, ooh, Drew Break answered at 12. The thing that's really key about this is your 12th and 6th house are legendary as fuck. You have Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Venus in Capricorn in the 6th house. That means that you live the most unconventionally incredible life possible. Your supernatural abilities express themselves not only through your behavior, but through your ability to manifest instantly your life and routine. You're an ascended goddess who's got it like that. You're a queen. You're the solar queen of light. Let's just make sure we're clear about that. Sag, sun, and moon, Leo rising, you have this ascended queendom. And the reason why that's so very important is because the Capricorn power that's awakening is this unconventional manifestation of money, but really the lifestyle that gets you the money that you pretty much bring from the unconscious realms of the unseen into reality. It is a superpower. It is a God level power, goddess level power that you have. Super gangster. The reason why this is very important is one, we have Pluto here, but Saturn, relative to those born 89, is already beginning to blossom in sextile in Pisces. This is going to transform the power with which you literally create your lifestyle. Okay. I want to make sure we get that out the way, because now Virgo season in your second house is going to instantly take the 10th house manifestation of your value and not only fill you with unexpected windfalls of income, but it's immediately going to connect and grand earth trine with your sixth house Capricorn energy. Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn, the Lord of your sixth is in the sixth, okay, opposite the exaltation of the 12th. So, like, you have complete control and command over how you organize your life. This is a service that you can do with Venus here. You know how to manifest incredible routines for people. You could be a personal trainer or executive assistant for yourself or others if you wanted to, which is super incredible. The fact that you can do this at will has sustained itself in Taurus and the ability to manifest a powerful element of your legacy. And because you are Leo rising with Aries MC, you're also stepping into this success you're destined to achieve. So you're getting ready. Okay, that's beautiful. Acupuncturist. Thank you. Yeah, the sixth house is what I believe will lend towards how you can change people's behaviors with these techniques, the acupuncturist techniques. And of course, acupuncturist is all earth. I think that's the Capricorn, the innovative way that you can like manifest this power in people's bodies. But I feel like the career you're going to drive through this acupuncturism is getting ready to change how much more you charge and the quality of how you've mastered those skills. And at this stage in your life, with the Saturn return blossoming, how you apply acupuncturism into every facet of your life beyond your career. Echo, you can join with the description box below. Okay. And that'll let you know. Please make sure you send your sun, moon, or rising, your chart to my email. But all of your chart is amazing. You were literally born here right after the new moon. So you're a gift of new vision. And the fact that you are here is a huge blessing. The fact that she's an omen, guys, means that you might come into a new vision or ascension for yourself. This is something that you create. You raise the vibe when you enter a room, and you have the ability to communicate this vision as well. And that's where Pluto and Mars opposite Jupiter and Uranus is strengthening the pure quality with how intensely you ground this wisdom. And with Pluto so close to your Venus, you're reawakening your heart. Both of us have North Node Aquarius, mind you. So Venus, that's on our South nodes, for you is reevaluating the confidence with which you re-beautify yourself. You're changing the style with which you actively express your beauty because you've evolved into so much more beauty authentically and boldly. And this is what's going to enable you to change how much more confident you critically analyze your self-esteem, especially with the skills that you have and the respect that you gain relative to the real work you do, the real sixth house Capricorn work that you do very hard and very unconventionally, and very much so as the genius technique you apply to it. I want to emphasize once again that Saturn, Neptune, and all of that. No, oh, Echo, no. You went to my website. If you click the description box below, you can join the queue today. The instructions are there. My PayPal, my Venmo, my Super Chat is there. If you want to join the queue, all right, then I'll be able to do that today. but please make sure you email me your sun, moon, or rising, or your chart if you want a reading today. So yeah, this is very beautiful, especially because now Virgo season is 10th house of career to your Sag sun. So this is also going to show you the materialization of what direction you're getting ready to take, how this success adds to your value, and how you perfect the quality of not only your technique, but the experience that facilitates all of this success and development. Next, we have Jennifer. Okay. Lady Jenny D. Jenny D is also not only the high queen, but we see you have Venus, Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter in Leo. Jesus. Okay. Born in 91. So that means you have Saturn near your rising, and you are a gangster. You're the gangster high queen. You're the embodiment, appreciate you too. Okay. You're the embodiment of this expression of not only, thank you, Kat, of not only the mastery with which you express your behavior towards others, but you are the embodiment of knowledge. And you were born with the integrity to hold yourself accountable, being this high queen, especially with your moon that is in Leo. You have the legendary Pisces signature born before the full moon, the new moon on the balsamic balsamic phase as the golden master. You are the golden master. Okay. As a golden master, you feel into this passion of your heart that enables you to perfect how analytically you express your awareness. And this is where all of this in the seventh house centric chapter will transform your dealings with other people by applying this knowledge, and not just applying this knowledge, but putting yourself in the position to also perfect the manifestation of your Saturn return, because you finally come of age. So now you're getting ready to carry yourself as the high queen that you've always been. What happens when you finish your Saturn return is that the last person to have their Saturn return in their 60s, when you were born, the people born in the 1960s had their Saturn return when you were born. Now that you are born, you're taking their place. So now you are the new official high queen. You're going to do a 30-year tour. And then the people who are born now, when they come into their Saturn return, boom, now you're taking a more senior advisor. Right? So I'm so glad you're feeling that, because to have this as the Earth Princess Master Magi, you're able to analytically express with scientific fashion in your own way this magic of analysis. And that's where, the square to your Leo energy with Taurus is going to challenge how comfortable you feel expressing more value in yourself. You have so much more of a wealthy foundation that this is going to trigger the unconventionality of the type of homes you stay in. And we also can't forget that the North Node in Aries is charging the mastery of this integration of the behavior of how you express your attitude, original skill sets, and how this philosophy of how you carry yourself with other people is developing your own personal thoughts about who you are, and how you're able to use your healing ability to heal people with just conversations that jolt them back into the authentic understanding of who they are. So this is very, 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 very powerful, especially because this solar return is not only preparing for you to shift the way you carry yourself as high queen, but this is once again completing everything that you started February and March, so that you can harvest this quite literally through how much more perfect you express your royal knowledge towards other people. Okay. It's really beautiful. The Mercury retrograde is going to reevaluate the relationships that come in. And because of the trine of Taurus, you're going to realize that you're attracting so much higher quality into your life. And I do feel that with Saturn retrograde, you might change the behavior of how much more powerfully you express yourself. Should be I don't know if I have my number there for the Venmo. That's a good question. But yeah, it's going to change and really shift the perspective of how much more powerfully you express yourself. So I do see with the retrograde and a Venus retrograde, you're preparing yourself for the eclipse in Libra to enter new relationships. You're re-evaluating and redefining existing partnerships, and a lot of it is you putting your foot down relative to now what boundaries you're going to move forward, and completely changing your life through the quality of who you are, of course, bringing into the majesty of you as high queen. And I mean that very seriously, because this is amazing, keeping in mind the Saturn return that you have completed effectively. All right. Next, we have Ancient Rose. Okay. Ancient Rose, we know that you are also have your rising in Leo. Okay. And relative to the Leo rising, you also have Mars in the North Node on your rising. So you're destined to champion the courage that you assertively express. On top of that, you also have the ultimate legend quality that Drake and other Cancer Moon Leo risings have. You have ultimate soul power, which enables you to not only fuel this psychic sensitivity through what you feel, but it puts you in a position to now flesh out the value of this legendary part of your soul. This is even cooler because the Venus retrograde that's passing through the Mars is directly activating how much more swag you actively possess on your person. So once again, having the Taurus MC really puts you in that position to now manifest these unexpected huge windfalls of income, especially in the way with which you're moving forward with manifesting the game plan through existing business models, or finally putting those business models together. You're either coming into a lot of money now, or you're coming in with the game plan that will for sure bring you all the money that you want to produce. And the reason why this is once again very important is the second house of value is stacked. You have a totality of value with Jupiter in your second. You get money. And you can see Jupiter in the second will mean that you get a lot of money, but Saturn means you can control the quality of all the money that you come into as well. And now Saturn is opposite your Saturn. So 2008, where you came into the Saturn return of manifesting this authority of your critical perspectives and what you have, now you're completing it by being able to bring this value towards changing other people's beliefs, because you've gone through a whole cycle. It's like, look at what I've accomplished. And this is, of course, getting you out of the lies that you have nothing to show for it, where your experience alone is restoring your self-esteeming yourself because you've completed this karmic cycle. And as much as people want to project their frustrations at you, it's just because they're weak and they're powerless, and there's really nothing they can do except accept what it is that you've built. And if they can't, it is what it is. It's because they're weak. And that has nothing to do with you. You're just triggering that. You, as the embodiment of love and courage. Okay. Let's not sleep on you as God's chosen, the exalted Aries Sun spirit, the Holy One. Just like Jen is also Cancer Moon, Aries Sun. But your mutable energy is stacked. And because you have Venus in Taurus, this is where, as you work on this game plan, you already know how to polish the nature of how powerfully you actually adjust the evolution of not only your heart, but the business model that's coming through for you. Fire Sun Goddess as an ultimate legend is a huge deal. So, this is what's reawakening the transformation of how you incredibly live this lifestyle. And Virgo season is going to reevaluate. Oh, wow. I'm making so much more money now. The way I'm able to behave in applying this game plan, now that I see that it works, is going to influence the eclipse with now what relationships you develop in order to now apply this mastery. Okay. But see, Ancient Rose, you're a very powerful magician. Your commitment to stay with integrity of how you live your life is what manifests this instant change in your reality. That's what it means to have Saturn and Jupiter in your second, having the North Node on your rising. You are a main character. Like, the camera would be following you, and I would be the NPC side character that you're watching. You have that much plot power, and you get to do it as the anti-villain because you're the villain son with the hero personality. Okay. What relationships come in? Do I have a partner? And that's where you're the queen, Ancient Rose. Remember, this is why I'm talking about law of assumption and manifestation. You're the sun goddess queen. You have a partner because you decide you have a partner. You're going to change your behavior about this. And then Libra, that's your seventh house of partnerships. You're going to step forward with this partner because you've decided you have. You're not waiting for it. Do you go minding your business? Do you want to mind your business? You are the sun goddess queen. You got a partner because you picked out your partner. You see it right now. So, like, guys, please remember that you create your reality. You're not waiting for partners to come in your life. You're already in this relationship. And that's where, like, the critical nature of your Virgo energy can have you too preoccupied on the 3D and the physical, where Pisces is going to teach you that you can make the physical everything you imagine in your reality. And that 12th house from your Aries sun is highlighting these unconscious doubts that help you remember that you truly do have the power. Okay, Sean Harris, thank you very much. Please email me your natal chart or comment or email me rather your sun, moon, or rising. All right. So, yeah, Ancient Rose, we want to once again highlight that this is during the Saturn opposition of your Saturn. So, you're completing major karma. And this is just going to really master the game plan you've set in place for you as you can build a lifestyle around this money making generator of your own self. Okay. Catherine Murray, let's get it. Cat, we know you're the GOAT, Cap rising. And like Kylie Jenner, you also have Jupiter in the second in Aquarius. It does fall in your first house. Thank you, Sean. So that means you expand this knowledge of yourself because as a late Cap rising, you are this mastered personification of integrity. You're also a soul reaper. So I'm going to give you the alien chart article because with Moon and Scorpio on Saturn, we both have Moon and Saturn. Mine's just in Capricorn. With Pluto here, you're one of the most intense versions of this. Okay. You have the ability to sense negativity and also direct this soul integrity as you assist the dying and crossing over. This is very, very, very important because this affixes within your soul the quality of reaping soul. Soul reapers are able to kill. Okay, reapers are a sun version of this, but if you have moon on Saturn, you're a soul reaper, you're a shinigami. You're able to connect with the dead. And you have this in Scorpio. So you have rulership over the dead. That's why you're the Capricorn rising director. And as the ruler of the 11th, this enables you a deep psychological, innate, total understanding of wisdom. In your soul is the extreme total wisdom of the pure energy that you can wrap your mind around. And of course, manifested as a Libra sun, this is the sauce that you manifest through your soul with this wisdom. You're so fucking powerful. And not only that, as this incarnation of pure justice, What happens with moon Saturns? You can go to the author of the Alien Construct article, who actually told me this. When we get our Saturn returns, we become fundamentally immortal because the power of Chronos within us, this world embodiment, activates. You become incredibly hard to kill. She told me this days after I walked out of a near fatal car accident that I didn't die in because at the last minute, the Saturn moon in me moved my body on its own. And the passenger seat driver walked up and said, "Hey, if you didn't do that, I would have died. Thank you." Okay, this shit is real. You have internal authority. So everything that you feel within is right. And it's not confirmation bias for you to now research stuff externally that ties into what you feel. It's a power. So as a Cap rising, this Virgo season is putting you in a position to reevaluate the unconscious habits that influence how powerfully you can draw from the realm of imagination in order to manifest. Neptune is on your second house cusp, and Pluto is reawakening your entire being and embodiment on your rising. Intense transits. This is a huge turning point of breakthrough for you, as especially with your Libra sun, you also have a mastered Venus 29 degrees, Virgo, and Mars. Everything through which Mars just returned, and as the sun is going to go through, this is going to transform how you philosophize the facts with which Capricorn rising moves forward with. All of this philosophical change of your behavior in releasing old unconscious habits, now that you are engineering new beliefs, are going to prepare you for the solar return and eclipse that's going to change the direction of the success that you unlock in your life. All of which the South Node in Scorpio did over the past 2 years, with which now you can redirect this attention now that you're reawakening your very being. We also want to keep in mind Venus retrograde in your seventh. That's going to transform your relationships with others and open up existing romantic relationships or potential ones that you will be able to very easily decide how much you want to invest in. But I think the huge breakthrough here for you is definitively, of course, Saturn and Neptune in your second house. Now that this is transiting in your eighth, you're taking everything you activated in March and you're making investments socially. How can you analyze how you express these supernatural beliefs in the direct, real, practical application of your real life that with Uranus in Sag and Chiron in Gemini enable you to innovate how you visualize the higher meaning of these social interactions? Mind you, you're a whole goddess out here too. So like you have these supernatural qualities of your soul that help you feel into the psychology before people even know what's going on. So this is going to prepare you for the rest of fall. That's going to very powerfully overdrive this reawakening of Pluto on your rising, which is super intense once again. Next, we have Jenny Deliman. Okay. Jenny, please email me your sun, moon, or rising or your natal chart. Okay. Um, Wait, unless, yeah, no, okay, there we go. Jenny, are you ITS ologist? No. Let me see. Oh, Jenny. Okay, I read your chart. I read your chart. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you, Jenny. So let me see. Um, there we go. Itology. There we go. All right, itologist. Let's get it. Oh my God, all that Scorpio. So you have Zeus on your rising, and you were born right before the full moon on the nodes. Jesus Christ. Oh my goddess. All right. I'm also going to give you the alien construct article. And the reason Queen Zion, because you are the natural queen soul and the pure queen spirit. And then the high queen. You're a total queen. Wow. You're a total queen. Am I seeing this right? You're a total queen. Damn. Okay, this is quite the archetype. You come with the thunder. You could be Storm if you're an X-Man, I think. All right, with that being said, you are packing some serious power, okay? The South Node unlocked this. You went through a nodal return, and this resituated the foundation with which you actually base all this value. Because what you do is you transform society as high nobility. You apply this expanded knowledge of yourself, the embodiment of Zeus. Like, how dare you have Jupiter right on your rising? You were like, I'm here, bitch. That is amazing. Okay, extraordinary, actually. And you're able to feel the natural grounding of how deeply you take this pure wisdom you express and feel at the root core, the feet of your bottom, how you sense this through. So this enables you to naturally ground the intense extreme emotions. Your sun is exactly on Pluto. Your rising is exactly on Jupiter. I can't believe I'm seeing this. And your moon is right on the North Node in Lilith. So you have that Kali Shakti energy. And you're also a whole gangster. So you're a gangster queen. You do not play. Like, if somebody were to fuck with you, you can curse them and their life will fuck up. Like, you have that much integrity. So with great power comes great responsibility. And Saturn in your second house is manifesting the quality of your divine imagination. You can manifest with your imagination. Virgo season now is transforming how you take the quality of your self-esteem and what you believe you're worth and deal with others. How are you practically shifting everything you see in your reality relative to how your beliefs and imagination manifest them in reality? You're going to be able to invest these beliefs into proper analysis due to post experimentation that will begin to transform how you actually relate with other people as you're expressing these superpowers. But all this Scorpio energy is so important because now Jupiter opposing it and Uranus opposing it is extraordinarily awakening how much more of a real quality now in Virgo you can experience this. Happy Mars return, by the way. Now that Mars is returning, this is enabling you to click the activation of how you take action classically with this as well. And that's why we really want to examine the quality of how powerfully you express this, because in a lot of ways, your willingness, once again, and ability to process all of this is putting you more than ever in this position to not only powerfully continue transforming society, but with the North Node in your third, this is putting you in a position to speak up about how authentically you lead forward with Al as High Queen, you're guiding humanity. All right. So a lot of this Virgo season is going to reevaluate the way you actually not only deal with others and draw boundaries, but make friends that influence how you live your life as well, and how you influence based on the boundaries you draw, the friends that you will be bringing in, the masters that you are influencing. Okay. The quality of how physical all of this is going to be for you is going to be outrageous, though, because of how powerful this is. But it is putting you once again more in a position to very greatly champion this. Okay. So, itologist, thank you once again. I sent you the alien construct article. You definitely want to look into that. A whole lot of, once again, the passionate quality of this is also bringing in fated relationships with Venus that's going direct in your seventh. So this is going to put you in a position to approach relationships you're ready to build with so much more deeper quality. And now you're approaching it with more authenticity, so it feels more natural for you. Okay. It's just challenging you to come all the way out your comfort zone. So next, we're going to do Sean Harris. Sean, we know you got the Cancer rising embodiment of spirit, so you got the Christ light, and your 29-degree Mercury gang. Shout out to you. You're also 29-degree Mercury gang on the rising, so you're the magician archetype. And this enables you to speak directly to people's feelings. You know how to speak and read between the lines. The way with which you engage with people's psychic, mental psychology, as well as emotions, really speak directly to the integrity that Saturn is attesting, because you're a hitter. You have Mars in the seventh house in Capricorn. So you can bring this embodiment of yourself as priest, because you're a priest, all right? You're God's anointed, and you express that power with full integrity. The hardest hitter in the UFC has Mars in Capricorn. Okay. David Goggins has Mars in Capricorn. You guys have such discipline in action that it exalts the integrity of how organized your actions are. You move like a literal gangster. And because Pluto is reawakening the power of this, this is putting you in the position to very, 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 very amazingly put you in this position to open up so much of, you know, the nature of how directly you are adjusting your attitude through Virgo season. So it's like you activated this new personification of how to feel about yourself. And now you're unpacking the mastered abilities and how much more critical you engage in conversation with others because you're noting these details. This is literally like, especially if you're Cancer, Sun, and or rising, you're entering social situations, and the way you communicate with others reflects mastered abilities that show how much sharper you are and show how much you're able to change your behavior around connecting with people. Because now the home that you socialize in, the balance with which you engage with others, the South Node is not only unlocking, fam, you're having this nodal return. While Neptune is close to your Jupiter and Pisces, you are once again with this priestly ability able to summon divine phenomena at will because the divine responds to you. And now the legacy that you are forming is crystallizing the belief that is going to create your reality. And this Virgo season is helping you develop techniques that take everything you analyze about the real experience you want, and through feeling it, it is crystallizing everything you believe into reality. This supernatural expression of your ability is fine tuning your sixth house Sagittarius Saturn so that you can now create the amazing lifestyle you've always wanted to create relative to the beliefs that you align more with now because you've seen the unseen. And this is making you so much more confident on everything society has desperately gaslighted you to believe, especially as a Black man, because that also goes into it as well with the Capricorn Pluto generational energy, that you're directly redefining how you embody yourself and break through old stereotypes, amongst other things. Okay. Echo, this is cool because we know that once again, your sun is in Libra. Sorry, hold on. Lorna. Lorna, I got your chart, but I don't think I got your payment. Let me make sure, because you sent me your October 21st. Oh, unless this is you. Virgo rising. Oh, this is you. Oh my God, sun on the south node. Oh my Virgin, holy crap. Damn. Lorna, you have a peak astrology chart. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And you have moon exalted 29 degrees Taurus. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're going through a major nodal return right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to take my time with this. First of all, you're getting this alien construct article. Please read it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I feel like the magic police is going to apprehend me. Echo, this is ridiculous. Jupiter conjunct Venus, Pluto, and Uranus in Virgo. You are a generational anomaly and you know it. This is wild. You're a transformer like myself, being the natural artist, but because you have the South Node on your sun, every situation you have with people literally changes their fate. On God, on God. And it has been tough. You've had Pluto square your sun for the past 6 years. So it's like you've been doing the right thing and getting blamed for doing the right thing. And that's been resituating how, with your social personality and value that bridges the truth and justice for people, how you overcome the delusion of the collective. And I give you your props. Uranus and Pluto on the rising means that you do not play and you have some of the most supernatural quality of alignment. Linda, I got your PayPal. My bad. You did not need to send the 199. I got your PayPal and I got the chart. I appreciate you. I know you asked before, but I definitely see you on the queue. Okay. But Echo, oh my goddess. I'm so glad you said that it's been tough because now that Pluto is finishing its square with your Sun and South Node, this is the once in a lifetime point that you're finally making that hump through walking uphill. And now you're finally ready to not only go beyond that, but you are the rare one born with Pluto behind your Sun. The level of analysis with which you can apply to break down experiences in your personality make you one of the most critical and analytical personalities in how perfect you can express your value. You and I are unique in that our sun is in the second house. So people are paying me money so I can talk to them one on one. Okay. Because I'm manifesting communication. You are the next level of this, where people are paying you to bridge social power with them. You having the earth rising in Virgo embody this reality and mastery, and you produce this air power so that you can build relationships. And you're destined to take this social value that you have and invest in the right individuals, which makes me think that with this celestial alien quality you have, you came here to assist humanity. You and I are both life path nines, so we're the humanitarians, and you walk the path of the hermit. And that's where the mastery that you came into this life with, you're using what you have to polish the raw nature of people's identities and to draw boundaries because of people who may not value what it is you have. You are literally the definition of being ahead of your time as the Empress archetype. Okay. You have Venus right on your rising. You are the perfect mastered beauty naturally of the kindness you express. So, this Virgo season is reevaluating with the Mercury retrograde how masterfully you communicate this now that you're getting ready to finally go downhill and finally reap the rewards of everything you have painstakingly put yourself out there to shift for the entire collective. Now, this is going to enable you to move forward with greater creativity now that you're breaking through the collective that had you undermine your self esteem, but you fought the whole way. Okay, especially with the collective delusion with Saturn, that's raising your standards and partnerships and also actively transcending the divine partnerships you sponsor. The Venus retrograde coming out your 12th is going to reevaluate and break through old insecurities now that you're getting ready to embrace a new personification of your beauty. And so that's why I really love seeing the Aries and Pisces energy or Taurus energy you have. You had the Chiron return and this nodal return that's happening right now and is putting you dead set in the situation to enable this amazing quality of Saturn that's getting ready to return in your chart, which is going to complete the karma that you returned 2010 and enable you to now establish this self-employment or resources from others and the people who want to see what you got because of the work that you've done. That's all coming around. But because all of this is rounding about all in your first, it's activating these outer planet energies to reinitiate the deeper development of how within a moment you can analyze a situation and embody the facts of it. Because this is 12th house to you as well, it's now a transcendent aspect of your personality, which adds so much more to your mystique. And then you're so psychic. Mercury conjunct Neptune in Scorpio means that as people are lying and talking, you're already psychoanalyzing the incongruence between their body language and what they're saying, and you can already tell them how they're lying because your mind naturally dives deep into the one psychology and you're able to produce this otherworldly intuitive wisdom, which is just mind-blowing. So this is going to prepare you for the eclipse that's going to restructure your finances and how you unlock how much more of your wealth you're getting ready to invest and who you can trust with these investments. And so once again, Virgo season is really releasing unconscious habits around, let's just say, maybe, of course, how you express your personality and, of course, the self-esteem that is behind it. All right. Next, we have Linda. All right. Linda, we know you are not only just a priestess, but you have the divine trinity of water. Okay. You have, of course, the divine goddess expression as the priestess, Sun conjunct North Node and Venus exalted on the ninth house. Everything that your heart believes manifests in reality. And it's not just manifestation. You are so divinely connected, especially through Neptune, with the extrasensory perception that enables you to see the unseen, that with Saturn transiting your ninth house, this is crystallizing through your legendary nature of spirit, everything that you have believed and seen, and you are now seeing how you are influencing with your individual personality the entire world around you. Ninth house Pisces suns like these are creating butterfly effects by saying words and praying, and then the next day they see what they did affect people on the news. It's a large responsibility that with Virgo now opposite you, you are experiencing how relationships with other people are directly influencing your attitude and adjusting the perceptual basis amongst which the things you think every day during this period reflect in how masterfully you express through reality your experience of the unseen nature of these beliefs. But because your sun is in Pisces, you're aware of it. We also want to take into account Venus's retrograde squaring your Saturn and Taurus in Leo. And this is what's going to add so much more confidence in your ability to very powerfully manifest through the creative quality of what it is you're producing. Once this sets you up for the eclipse in your 4th and 10th, this is going to prepare for the major MC in Pisces to develop your legacy. Mind you, Will Smith got his Oscar when Saturn was on his MC. LeBron James got his ESPY award when Saturn was on his MC in Pisces. And now that Saturn is on your MC, this is putting you in that position to very realistically and very powerfully come into the accomplishments that you have unfailingly served in the collective for all this time. Okay. I almost said failingly, and that's why I interrupted myself because I wanted to say unfailingly. And I really love it too, because with the picture that you have here, you can see the exalted unconditional love and beauty that you shine forth, which with this grace of this goddess, with Pluto opposite, can bring a lot of envy and can bring a lot of jealousy, because conventional natures of what society sees as beautiful or what society expresses as masterful, you're doing it in your own way, and it's breaking these rules. You're reinforcing and redefining how it is to express yourself, not only with this divine element, but now with your moon in Scorpio, feeling everything so intensely. Pluto, of course, being in your seventh is going to intensify how you're directly awakening other people with this. And this is where, once again, this Virgo season is going to so powerfully not only change the behavior with which you now step into new relationships with, but because you have Pluto trine your Pluto, this is going to now bring a full expression of how much more power you can specifically and precisely control. It's like mastering ability at the level to where you have it, you can do it sleeping and with your eyes closed. By the way, the minimum is 20. I'm not sure if this is a donation or you just wanted a reading, but please let me know, Maz. And Linda, I love your chart. I love the ninth house Pisces. This is being able to create your world just by imagining it. And so Saturn is stabilizing how exactly you're able to, through others, be guided through these experiences, as you are the divine teacher. You are literally the divine teacher. And that's really what I love about that. Okay. So next we have Caleb, Earthshaker. Okay. Maz, thank you very much. You said fifth house Pisces sun, but please email me your sun, moon, and rising, thepeacedealer@gmail.com. Okay. So Earthshaker, you are the ascended being with Hades on your rising. So you're an instrument of Pluto in its ascension of creating a new world. The reason why this is important, Earthshaker and Linda, much love. The reason why this is important, Earthshaker, is you're a part of the Pluto Sag generation who's here to create the brand new world. And you're a leader of the new school with Saturn, of course, in Aries. So that means everyone in your generation that's creating the new world, you're the embodiment of this. You're one of the ascended generals that's going to lead your new generation forward as a natural king spirit. Okay. You are the master producer, moon in Virgo. You're a part of the heaven to earth generation. You're bringing heaven down on earth, and your Virgo moon feels exactly how your productions are going to facilitate this. You produce solid lives for people and yourself. And so this Virgo season is going to resituate the reevaluation of how you really experience success. What you used to think success was for you isn't, because you leveled up. Jupiter is literally in your sign right now. And as you're strengthening the quality of yourself as king, the mastery of your production is now having you gain greater heights. Saturn and Neptune in your fourth house is unlocking the nodal understanding of the divine support you gain from astral realms so that you can converge and create the society. Out of the new generation, you guys, the leaders of the new school, kick in the new society initiative, new heaven, new earth. You guys come from heaven, you're bringing the new earth. Yeah, it's that real. And you are one of the most important facets of this. Literally, earth, moon, earth, sun, Sag rising, earth shaker. You transform the worlds with which you can now create and manifest the new material through. And with the North Node on your Saturn, this is materializing the important nature of the karma that you are meant to originate and lead the new school with. Woo! You're very disciplined about your creativity too, and you put your heart and mind towards it. So this is where this Virgo season is going to really open up your inner child relative to how you're applying this change of society with what your soul guides you to not only reevaluate, but with Venus retrograding in your ninth and the north and the south node unlocking in your 11th, this is preparing to change a whole lot of how you are socializing with people in your corner who value the production you're putting in. And before you guys come into your Saturn return, how powerfully you are also in a position to create this new world. Okay. Next, we do have Simone Marie Elise. Simone, we see a goat here. You're the embodiment of not only Neptune, but Mars exalted in Capricorn. So you are very serious about your actions and how you direct the assertive organization of your integrity. Oh my God, 29-degree Gemini moon, really? Really? You're an angel? You're a whole angel out here. That's crazy. Where's your sun? Sun in Libra. You're the true artist. So, as the embodiment of integrity and goddess power, you're the true artist. Angel soul, okay? And you have this with the expression of the Libra sun, with the south node on your sun, because clearly you were born, of course, with Pluto Scorpio. So, the reason why this is very important, to be completely honest, is as a Cap rising, all this 12th house Sagittarius really takes into account the supernatural quality of how your vision innovates and creates unconscious to you the world with which you're in. This enables you to, at a very claircognizant level, understand the higher meaning of situations in ways that people will be afraid to believe in you. And so you use your artistic capability to bring this vision to life. And this is where, with your moon in Gemini, your experience with Virgo season is going to fundamentally transform the philosophical approach towards how the detailed experience of your critical analysis brings to your awareness unconscious habits that influences how you deal with other people. You are skyrocketing and completing the beliefs around your self-esteem, but even more importantly, the divine abilities that facilitate how, relative to Janarian, yes, please, if you do want a reading, send your chart along with that payment, how you do personally take the divine abilities you activated and learned in March, and now you've mastered to a degree with which you can teach. This is going to lead into the eclipse in Libra season, where you're presenting to the social world your artistry, and it's going to unlock a shift in your success to direct how powerfully you create a foundation that you are destined to relative to this authenticity you're not only moving forward with, but is also a part of this nodal return. This nodal return is reinitiating your destiny of course, standing on your authenticity and also creating the wherewithal that enables you to, with your art, speak up about important things in your society that bring to the individual mind what needs to be focused on. Okay. And like Earthshaker said, it is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So, Simone, your chart is amazing. And knowing that you have this mastery angel soul, where you're a vessel of angelic healing, allows you to not only channel that through your art, but to transform your behavior around who you can trust, so that this opens up so much more for you to achieve success with. Maria, okay, we do see that as a Libra rising, late Libra rising, you do have the nodes exactly on your sun, which is also facilitating a super duper powerful nodal return. This is beautiful because, relative to this being for your progressed chart, you are activating a powerful alignment at current relative to how you take the magical nature of your Pisces sun, with which you express this divinity through, and now actively cardinally embody the character that takes the beliefs with which you instilled and integrated and now have perfectly stepped forward to activate throughout the next 6 months powerful partnerships that will fully align you into the full authenticity that, as this progressed artist, you direct yourself forward to. And I'm so glad you got the progress chart, because your progressed rising is being unlocked right now with the South Node. With, of course, this Virgo season energy, we know that this is critically analyzing how you direct all of the divine nature of your Pisces sun towards other people. But this is even cooler because now your progressed moon has just entered Capricorn. And this is enabling you, when this happened to me, I was booked and busy. It's enabling you to organize the structure around how you master the completion of your awareness before the sun in 3 years progresses into Taurus. So this is bringing you into chapter 10 of this Aries chapter, or rather the third quarter square that's going to help you feel the integrity of the success you're coming into. That being said, Virgo season is going to release unconscious habits around how your behavior is influenced by people you're in relationships with, and how you're developing so much more, no problem, your social personality. And that's why I love, because you progressed through to the next sign, and you've progressed through the Saturn and Aries aspect here as well. And because Chiron is shaking all of this up, as the North Node will continue to unlock this renewed direction, you want to see Virgo season as dusting the cobwebs of unconscious habits and beliefs that no longer apply to this level of evolution that you're currently at, especially with Jupiter on your progressed Mars, which is enabling you a new cycle of strengthening the quality of physical action that enables you to manifest your worth and wealth. So how do you allocate this wealth? How do you now come into the full realization of making obsolete behaviors you used to have before, because the relationships you're stepping forward in with are more powerful, more defined, and more aligned with your true authentic self? That's what this is really going to trigger. And thankfully, the outer planets you have in Virgo are going to challenge how much more intensely you can realistically break through into this as well. Okay. That being said, Ethan, we know that you have your sun in Pisces. Oh my God. Moon, Uranus, Neptune, and Aquarius. You're one of them. Jesus Christ. Oh God. And you're a Libra rising. Bro, get your super psychic ass out of my chat. How dare you ask for a reading from me, and you have such unconventional genius knowledge in your soul? You can take a test with a Scantron, blindfold yourself, guess all the answers, and get them right. Get the hell out of my chat. Get the hell out of my chat. How dare you be so legendarily magical? How do you even exist with yourself? I'm being completely serious. Why do you Pisces even exist? You are one of the most legendary beings to ever exist of all time. And you fucking know it. It's different when you intuitively feel it. Stop keeping yourself low key. Stop. You literally ghost create people's lifestyles. You can believe the life someone's going to live, and boom. So this is really challenging how much doubt you get in your own way, because the level of your mastery is beyond everyone else on this planet's ability to understand. So you can explain until you're blue in the face. It's not going to make sense. You have to put it through your art. That's why you're the artist. So you're unlocking with so much supernatural quality the direct, authentic nature of what partnerships you move forward to express your art through. This is you moving forward on your art tour. And with Saturn in your sixth, everything you're imagining is happening in your life. This is a lot of responsibility that's making sure your habits and behaviors reflect, because the universe is going to crystallize them. So Virgo, your partnership house, is making sure you're aware of unconscious critical details in your habits that need to be changed so that the world you're creating is putting yourself in a position to fully support this artistry you're destined to unlock at current. You're coming into a Jupiter return, and as a part of the new generation, you're a builder of the new Earth. You can erupt such extreme fire with Mars, Pluto, Sag that you're a walking, talking, living celestial legend. Ace Vane has this. Some Elisha Eternal has this sun and moon, but unlike Elisha that has Saturn on his moon, you have Uranus and Neptune on your moon. Your intuition is so uncanny. You don't even have to know how you know shit. And this adds to how intuitively creative you can channel masterpieces that come from heaven itself, dude. So I hope you enjoy this transit. This is definitely going to really help express the liberation that comes with Saturn on your sun from truly believing in yourself. And you must, over the next 30 days, surrender entirely to the unconventional beliefs that don't make sense to anyone else but you. You're the legend. Okay, you're the one who's like beyond almost everyone, and you don't always have to feel lonely. Bring your art to others and share the experiences that you've been living. Okay, and we definitely gonna keep in touch, man. We definitely got to collab and all that as well. So let's see. So we have Naquan, appreciate you, Janarian. We know you're also ascended and you're a leader of the new school, Saturn, Aries, Pluto, Sag. I respect you guys so fucking much because you're creating a new world. You're also celestial soul, but you have Uranus and Jupiter on your moon. Most powerful intuition of all that you manifest with your God level powers, 29 degrees cap, which means you materialize the intuitive quality of your imagination with unconventional evolved knowledge of what you're bringing into this world as an embodiment of literal hell and purity as a Cancer Sun priest. So what Virgo season is doing is it's enabling you to very magically master the imagination creation of your abilities relative to how powerfully you can feel in your dealings with others, how relationships draw out this behavior. Because you're part of the Heaven to Earth campaign, Virgo season as a Sag rising is showing you the potential success that will change your behavior and move you forward during the eclipse with the right people to achieve this success with. So this is really challenging how supernaturally you can accept qualities of your own being, because with your aqua moon, you have an expansive soul understanding of exactly how to express this knowledge to people relative to everything you can pick up in a situation without even having context clues. And that's your challenge with the North Node Virgo. You know you're psychic, but when it comes to putting it into words and detailing the analysis of it, you may not always believe in yourself until now. You're taking that comfort of feeling the divine metaphysical nature of your beliefs and critically analyzing exactly how to present this publicly. And that's what you're going to begin to break through this year, and you're going to complete that breakthrough next year. Okay, the bewilderment that you're going to spark in everyone as you put together these puzzle pieces will not only make you aware of how closer you are to achieving your destiny, but this is going to resituate people who've looked at you weird and put you in a position to shut them the fuck up because you knew what you were talking about the whole time, and the merciless gaslighting you had to face just because you got the juice was unnecessary. So this is karma freshly served with orange juice and a lot of success that you're coming into. You're going to be destined with the Mercury retrograde and Mars to be in the right place at the right time as well. Haley, please make sure. Oh, my bad. The minimum is actually $30, guys. Maz, if you don't mind sending another $10. I forgot the minimum is not 20, it's 30. And Haley, please make sure you send to me your sun, moon, and rising. But yeah, Janarian, this is a little bit more intense because with Pluto in your second house, it's breaking the mold of how much more powerfully you can manifest and what you can do with that as well. Jose, thank you very much. All right. Janarian, keep killing it. All right. So, with that being said, VC and hell. We know you got Sun in Gemini. Ooh, you an angel, bro. Shout out to the motherfucking angel gang. You're a true angel too. Listen, angels have ultra instinct. Thank you, Haley. You have ultra instinct, bro. All angels naturally have mastered ultra instinct. And Uranus going through your 12th house to your Gemini sun, progressed Cancer. I see you, bro. Is putting you in a position for your body. Thank you, Maz, to catch up to your mind's ability to process the reflexive instinctual nature. All right. Your brain is on fire. By the time Uranus goes into your sign, you're going to be able to finally align your mind's ability to process what you flawlessly communicate. And you got the swag. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in Gemini. You're the angel's angel. You're Uranus in Aquarius, you're new gen. You're new gen. Oh, of course, you're a new gen. So you're not only a super angel, but now you have claircognizant knowledge that automatically aligns you with what to say. You're going to know what to say at all times. And the proclivity to stay true to what you say, no matter how many people hate you because you told the truth, is what makes you a badass motherfucker. Now, we know that you have a Virgo rising. So this puts you in the 10th house. You are the public figure angel. 10th house Gemini means that your legacy is to get your word out there. So you have to do everything in your power to reevaluate how you master your personality, because the universe is calling you to not only put your words and your talent out there, because your legacy is to be heard. Next year, when Jupiter goes over your 10th house, everything you put out there is going to blow up and expand, and your career is reaching the next level. Okay. And the reason why this is very key is you are a leader of the new school, fam. You're coming into your Saturn return during the New World Order 2025, and you're going to create principles of this new world that's going to, of course, lead humanity forward into its next era. And you know this. You're so smart, you actually know this. You would make an expert public relations manager with your social personality. So the first house transit is going to really help you reevaluate how much more you believe in the divine partnerships you're sponsoring, because you have mastered your personality to the next level. Especially for Virgo risings, this is with the Mercury retrograde on your rising, actively applying this assertion of how you behave relative to now the manifestation of your social value that you're unlocking to align towards your karma, and of course polish individual personalities. Remember, especially if you watch Dragon Ball Super, you're one of the angels, bro. You probably work with a god of destruction, and you're revolutionizing how you express the truth that you embody, if anything. Okay. So next we have Haley. Thank you very much. Haley, we know you are the Aries sun, and we know you're the Sag moon on Pluto. So I'm going to give you this alien construct article because you are the ascended warrior. You got hands, and you also got ascended magic. And the way that you're able to apply this extreme vision towards the direction you head towards others makes your Virgo rising masterfully even more original, because you have Mars on your sign. I have Mars in Aries too, but as an Aries, you're so much more instinctual, and you can see at a higher perspective everything that you're doing towards other people. This makes you very cutthroat. You can break through people's comfort zones and apply this mastered level of authenticity. Chiron is having you trigger the shit out of other people. And as a master, this Virgo rising is not only reevaluating this activation of your mastered personality, but with the South Node in your second, the eclipse is going to resituate your finances and unlock your social value so that you can find the right individuals to invest your art in. The reason why this is also important is, you guessed it, you're a leader of the new school. So you're a whole gangster. You have Saturn on your sun and Pluto on your moon. You can literally bring into 3D reality the integrity expression of your actions and identity, which means you can stop time and move it backwards and forwards. How you do this is getting ready to download, because Saturn in your seventh house is preparing you for business partnerships, marriages, divorces. You're effectively raising the standards of every single partnership in your life. And this is going to be very exciting because the way that the North Node is guiding for you to actually transform other people, bringing yourself there, is having you pioneer the redefinition of what it means to be an ascended individual. You and I are ascended individuals or God level individuals. I have the individual personality. You have the social mastered Virgo personality. So you are an ascended Sag moon into God level individual. You carry this extreme collective perspective in one. It's like the way you have it, it's like having a hidden camera that can see everything in one person. So you have the all-seeing eyes of God, and you're able to direct that as a warrior, which is so fucking badass. So a lot of Virgo season is just reevaluating how it is you express how powerful you are. And it's going to blow people's minds because they're going to see that you've rapidly developed in such a short amount of time. Okay. Finally, we have Dewan Simpson Jr. Okay. This is beautiful. We see that, oh my gosh, another leader of the new school. It's like oh my God, you're an Aquarius. Oh God, you're getting an alien construct article. Where are these gods, queens, and goddesses coming from? Where did y'all just decide to show out? Bro, we need to talk. Your chart is ridiculous. The last 3 charts I read in a row are wild. Bro, you did not just come on this chart here with Uranus, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, and Sun in Aquarius. You're one of the most knowledgeably unconventional beings alive. I'm going to do a documentary on Sun, Uranus, Aquarians like Tyler Harrow. You guys are a fucking problem. Okay. You shouldn't know. I mean, I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but people like you have an unconventional knowledge of situations without even knowing the details. And it scares people. You may know you scare people, but with Pluto on the rising, now you have an all-seeing awareness, or rather personality, that as an Aquarius celestial king gives you the creator rising. You're, of course, an ascended individual, and you're an angel. You're true knowledge, Gemini moon. So if you've seen Dragon Ball Super, you're a high-ranking angel celestial being. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I just said that. So you understand the truth of the knowledge you're expressing, your true knowledge in the ascended form. And this is so beautiful because a perpetual issue as a high-ranking wizard king that's here to guide and create and embody the new generation, you exist outside and beyond so many people. Look at the glyph you have, the knowledge that you personally bring in to this creation as a part of the heaven to earth protocol, because you have South Node Pisces, you come from heaven. You confuse a lot of people. You're literally over people's heads. So Virgo season is going to transform the quality with which you can ground a lot of this condensed knowledge, especially with your North Node on Saturn. You're destined to achieve this karmic usurpation of how powerfully you're in this position to so greatly create the new standards of the new world. Out of everyone in that new generation, you're the higher ranking executive with the individual angel soul as a collective God level being, which is so fucking extraordinary because according to science, you only exist in science fiction. Science doesn't acknowledge angels, but you're an angelic celestial king. So this is what's going to very greatly change your behavior around the success you're preparing to come into. And most importantly, the home with which through the South Node portal, you channel all this divine wisdom from. I think a lot of how you're going to really navigate through this season is going to bring into profound clarity how innovative you create your lifestyle and monetize passive income, because certain things that were not possible for you are now suddenly possible because of the work you've done over the past 6 months, which is going to open the way forward for you to connect with key people during the eclipse to sustain more of the success you've gained. Woo! That's the 3 hour mark, guys. I did not plan to be here this long at all, but this clearly was the greatest monthly peace report that we have ever done. And I am very honored to have gone through and read these charts. You guys stay blessed as always. Once again, this is going to be available for Infinity Club members if you would wish to, of course, see the replay. And uh, until next time, of course,